So, as we begin to settle into our meditation tonight, I invite you to let go of any striving or trying to achieve anything, not trying to relax or even trying to meditate, but rather just allow yourself to simply be moment by moment, allowing all your thoughts, feelings, emotions. Just allow them to arrive in your place of awareness and then just set them free. It's when we strive to achieve an outcome, we create an expectation. We've decided already what we want to have happen, and in doing so, we're drawn away from our true essential nature, our inner presence of being, and we miss the magic and the peace that each moment brings, all on its own. And when we experience the emotion of patience, we're allowing whatever is happening to be just as it is. And you may notice that at the same time, you begin to bring in the emotion of patience. You may just naturally move into a memory of a time when you were not patient. Our minds just naturally move into that place of opposites. And when we have an expectation of what's happening, that expectation is not met, then we'll experience impatience. And you'll probably be able to touch into that this evening in our meditation when we bring in a memory of impatience and you really dial into it, and you'll notice that you were having an expectation of perhaps the situation or the person or something about yourself, even. Impatience is often a catalyst feeling for emotions. So, in tonight's meditation, we'll open up to feeling what emotions may arise for you. Sometimes anger will come up, fear, maybe even sadness or frustration, and just leaving you with a state of dismay, even. So, when we look at impatience, just bringing that in for that thought for a moment, would acceptance be its opposite? It's just something to ponder. Acceptance can be its opposite in respect to allowing the expectation to fade. But if you look at acceptance in and of itself, is acceptance too coming out of a place of expectation? Is it something that we expect to have and we don't? So we say to ourselves, well, I have to accept that. And when all the while, whatever it is that's happening in this moment is perfect, just the way that it is. And in our meditation, we'll feel into our bodies, our breath, all from our place of safety and home ground. just simply being. And we'll move into opposites, and we'll free ourselves to experience, perhaps even uncover some core beliefs that may be igniting your expectations. Oftentimes, core beliefs of a situation that occurred when you were even very young can trigger a certain expectation for yourself or for a situation, an interrelationship, or even an expectation of the world. So begin to settle in, making any adjustments that you need to be even just a little bit more comfortable in your nest. Noticing the breath in the body. Notice how the thoughts are just moving out of that mystery and fading away. And you may even have brought in a certain tone to your meditation tonight of the day that occurred, situations, thoughts, experiences. I'd invite you to just set that free, not trying to change anything or judge, just allowing it to be in your place of pure awareness, your essential nature. As we move into our meditation, we'll continue to touch into that unchanging essential nature that is always present, is always welcoming, just that place of being, just right now in this moment. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, and now perhaps extend this intention should you want to bring it into your meditation tonight. And it would be to allow myself the time and space to fully experience Yoga Nidra and my essential nature of pure awareness. To allow myself the time and the space to fully experience Yoga Nidra and my essential nature of pure awareness. And allow now your attention to move to your heart and feel what your heart is giving you. Compassion, love, that inner knowing. And whatever it is that you feel right now in your heart, allow your heart to emanate out into each and every part of your body. And notice your body lying on the surface, feeling the weight of the body on the surface, the space above you, below you, in front, behind, right side, left side. And as if the boundaries of your body were just thinning out and moving into all of the space around you, feeling this energy holding you. Caressing you. Notice that expansiveness of feeling in the body, the lightness of being. And notice your breath. Notice how it moves the body. Allow your attention to just move with the breath. Not really settling on any one thought or feeling. Just residing all of your thoughts and feelings and emotions, allowing them to just settle in into this place of being. And now bring attention to your right hand thumb. Feel that subtle vibration here. Left hand thumb. Right hand, all the fingers in the palm. Maybe even a tingling in the tips of the fingers. Warmth in the palm. And then the left hand fingers and palm. And bringing our attention over to the right arm and hand. Left arm and hand. And then both arms and hands at the same time. Feeling the energy flowing and emanating out. And feel the sensation of taste in the mouth. There may be a specific taste, an overall general taste. And allow that perception of taste just to fade and just move into the taste. What is this? Just the sense of tasting. And bring attention to the smell, sense of smell. And there may be a specific smell that you're experiencing, or maybe just even a neutral smell. And let that particular sense of smell go and just move into that sense of smelling. What is the sense of smelling? Notice how it begins to open that sense. And notice the eyes, the sense of seeing. You may see some specific lights or images or even darkness behind the lids. And allowing that perception of the images to fade and just feeling into that sense of seeing. Softening their gaze as you move your gaze inward. That sense of sight. And allow my voice to be your voice as we experience the body. Notice the weight of the head on the pillow. What does the sensation of heaviness in the head feel like? Let thinking go and just experience that sense of weight. And bring your attention to your chest, feeling the sensations in your chest. You may notice the heart beating. Noticing how the breath is moving the chest, upper chest, up into the neck area. The notch of the neck here. The shoulders. Notice how the breath just subtly moves the shoulders and arms. Feeling that breath inside the body. And notice how the back body moves with the breath. The weight of the ribs for each inhale and the lightness as the exhale comes in. Feeling the breath move the right side of the torso and the left, the front, and the whole torso. That sense of expansion and openness with each inhale. And just that soft, gentle ease that comes into the body with each exhale. Notice sensation in the right hip. You may notice the weight of the right hip on the surface. The upper leg and knee. Lower leg, ankle. Bottom of the right foot. Top of the foot. Feeling that breath move in the entire right leg all the way down to the bottom of your foot. Notice the expansion on the inhale and the soft release on the exhale. And feel into the left foot. Sensations in the left hip, leg, all the way down to the bottom of the foot. Feeling that pulsation of breath in the entire left leg and left foot. Opening on the inhale. Gentle release on the exhale. And notice now that sense of just being in the whole body. Noticing how thoughts are still coming and going. Noticing how the tone of the body is still present. And yet, here you reside and linger in just being present. And feel the whole body inside the body. As one in the outside of the body. Allowing the breath to expand the whole body past the edges of your skin in all directions. And a soft release as you come back and feel the place of being. As if your whole body was a heartbeat, the movement of life, that pulsation with each inhale and each exhale in the body. And say to yourself, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. My body is very relaxed, perhaps even asleep, but I'm awake and aware of the voice. Feel the body's radiance. Feel the lightness of being present in this moment in the body. The heart's love just pulsing into each and every cell, expansive and alive. And as we reside in this place of safety, our home ground, bring your attention to a memory of when you felt impatient. Without judging or trying to analyze, just recall the memory, enliven it. Notice how it feels in the body. There could be images that arise of situations of who was there, or impatience with yourself and how you were with yourself. But just notice how it feels in the body. Could be a texture of prickliness. Could be an unsettled feeling in your stomach. Tension in your shoulders. Just that felt sense of impatience. Allowing it to be free and without judgment. And notice maybe if there's some emotion that may be also present for you right now. And you could label it, or you could just be with it, noticing that particular emotion. And when you allow yourself to feel that emotion, again, feeling into the texture of it. Does it feel strong or encompassing? Is there a tone or a weight to it? And notice if there's any underlying, like a little source, like a little spark somewhere in your past that could be sparking this particular expectation. And as you do ask yourself the question, if there is an expectation that's sparking this emotion and this sensation of impatience, set it free to come into your place of awareness. There may be thoughts, dialogue, images, and without really grasping onto any one of them, just notice if there's some strength in some particular part of that image, an expectation. And notice if that expectation has its own home ground, wheeling yourself back again to perhaps a time when someone or something did something or said something that sparked that expectation. And if there is an expectation that's arising, ask yourself the question, is this expectation true for me right now? Take your time. Allow yourself to be present with this. Is this true for me right now? And perhaps it is. Perhaps it's very important. This expectation that can move you into feelings of specific emotions and impatience. And if it is right for you right now and true, Can you meet this expectation with love and compassion? Can you allow it to be just as it is? Or if it's an expectation that feels like you could let go of it, can you allow this expectation to change? And allow yourself to feel into that change. What new expectation could you bring in that would feel patient and loving? And just allow yourself now just to take another moment and moving back into the memory of perhaps even a different time of feeling impatient, and allowing any other emotion to come forward as you feel into this memory without judgment or analysis. Just perhaps there's another emotion that's co-arising. Could be layers of emotion, and if there is, just allow them to be free. Allow them to be here in your place of safety and home ground. And if there is another emotion that seems to be moving into your attention, notice again if there's a certain expectation that's the seed of this specific emotion. Just feel into it. Feel into your body and allow it to be free to come into your place of attention and awareness. And again, you could ask yourself the question, is this expectation true for me right now? And if it is, can you meet it with love and compassion? Accepting and loving and welcoming. And take one more moment and see if there's anything else that's moving up to your awareness. Setting it free to be here in your place of essential nature where you're safe, you're whole, and notice the body breathing itself. No effort needed. And now bring in the sensation and a memory of patience, a time when you were patient, perhaps on a specific issue or specific person, or even something about yourself that you found and felt patience. Notice what images arise, what emotions, just feeling that experience of patience. And it may feel like perhaps emotions also come in, perhaps of love, acceptance, understanding. And notice that underlying feeling of presence here. This unchanging awareness, this feeling of oneness, connectedness, your home ground. And take your time now and gently move from the sensation of patience over to impatience. Setting thought free and just feeling the felt sense of each one. Gently moving back and forth. Noticing how the thoughts can just be released and just the felt sense of each can easily be brought into the body. And now hold them both at the same time. Stepping back into your place of observation, allowing both to be present. Feeling that home ground, that vastness of being, where all things arise and fade. And notice as you observe both, asking yourself the question, who is observing? Set thought free, set emotion free, feelings free, just residing in that place of unchanging awareness, that place of comfort and ease. Just allow yourself to rest here and just be. Notice how you can be in this place of your essential nature and still be aware of thoughts floating by, emotions floating by, the tone of the body present, and yet just grounded, aware, expansive. Not trying to grasp on or strive to anything. Just feeling the flow of life move through you with each moment in the body. And you may even feel some sense of excitement, anticipation, wonderment as each moment arrives and moves into the next. Stay present with this flow, allowing the body to breathe itself. This place of unconditional love. And now take a moment and notice the body, the weight of the body on the surface. The space all around you. And keep this sense of home ground as you move through the rest of the day and evening and week. And just begin to notice in each moment when you're striving or grasping for something, when emotions that are uncomfortable come in, actions such as impatience come in, and just take a step back. To that place of pure awareness. You are the awareness. And take a moment and just notice the journey you just took of deep self-inquiry. And maybe bring in, if there's any particular nuggets of information you may have discovered about yourself. And just as you move forward into the flow of life, being aware in each moment what's arising. And thank yourself for taking this time just to be. Know it's always here, always available, always present. Thank you for allowing me to share this meditation with you tonight. And as I close the session, bringing hands to the thumbs to the forehead for peaceful, loving thoughts, to the lips for kind and wise words, and to the heart that's open and willing to give. Namaste.